Cool. Let's see if this works. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Yeah? Getting a lot of people on here. Outside today. I didn't think my connection would come through, but I figured I'd shake it up a little bit. Okay. All right. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Lot of people jumping on. Let's just sort of do the standard drill, and I will give it a minute as more and more people get on here. Those floaty fucking hearts, man. And now there's like little pictures in the hearts that float and just they evaporate into space as they go up the side of the screen. It's like quite magical, quite delightful. Okay. So just I'm laughing because there's someone I know on here and they're already taking shots. Bob Ack-Ohio taking shots, taking cheap shots, below the belt shots. I need to, where's the love? Okay, so I've never gone outside before because I didn't think that I'd get a connection, but I'm getting a connection. That's great. And it's overcast, which helps mitigate the blinding glare normally coming off my head, which would require sunglasses on your end. But I don't think we've got that today. I think we're in good shape. So, okay, so I'm going to do another one that's a little bit different today than the previous ones. As you know, I spoke too soon. Okay. I lost you for a second, but now I'm back. Hello from Paris. Hello. It's great people giving us people from all over the world. Okay, so the bell has rung. Let's get started. Recess is over. I would like everyone to a couple of quick housekeeping announcements. If you have not watched that new interview that I did with Houston City Beats magazine that came out a couple days ago, I thought the discussion was really great once it got started. I highly recommend you watch it. I posted about it a couple of days ago. If you check my profile, you can also, and there's links to Houston City Beat, and you can go to their page. And I also put a clip up on the press page of howardsherman.com. You can click on the clip over there. However, what I realized is the YouTube video they re-edited the clip. And the newer clip, the cleaner, clearer, sharper clip is on their page, so Houston City Beats magazine's page. And then the YouTube video, which is the earlier one, you can find that on my press page. But I thought once the discussion got going with Lisbeth Marquez, I thought we had a really good talk, and I thought it was really insightful. I talked a little bit more in depth about my creative practice and things like that. And it seems like people seem to really get a lot of feedback out of it. Of course, if you're on my email list, you would have known about it already. And you should get on my email list, which you can do by clicking on the contact page at howardsherman.com, and that's how you find out about all the little goodies. Anyway, hit the black button, click subscribe, and submit. Hit the black button there. Also, there's go to the available prints page if you want to buy a print, and there's catalogs available on the shop page if you want to grab a catalog. Anyway, that's all my stuff regarding that. Today actually is a little different because I'm going to keep it kind of broad. Normally I talk about something specific related to creative practice or creative ideas or your actual artwork or something like that. But something's come up. Well, several things have come up over the last couple of days, conversations and emails and things like that. And I just wanted to I want today to be about some observations and reminders that I think are appropriate for everyone, not just artists. And I'm going to try not to do this all the time. It might be a little bit of a rant, but it's not the kind of thing that I subscribe to doing on here. I normally subscribe to trying to come up with specific things that will help you. And you can scroll back through a year's worth of these videos on my Live from the Studio page. You can see what I'm talking about. If you go to howardsherman.com and click on Live from the Studio, you'll see all of these videos, okay? But let's pretend today that I've got a friend. All right, enough. We're going back inside to the Apologies. We're back inside. We're back inside in the studio, okay? The connection was getting a little shoddy, but I think I got it right now. Okay, so today's a little bit about observations and reminders, and I'm going to use my friend Tucker as an example. And I'm using the name Tucker because I don't actually know anyone named Tucker. But we can call Tucker a fucker. You can comment on Tucker the fucker or fuck Tucker in the comments. In fact, I think you should. That would be great if you just start typing in fuck Tucker or Tucker the fucker. But anyway, I have a friend named Tucker. Tucker likes to complain. Tucker the fucker doesn't like to take action. Tucker the fucker is very capable. Tucker the fucker is very competent. Tucker the fucker is very intelligent. Tucker the fucker, I don't like the word talented, but has plenty of gifts and abilities. But Tucker doesn't like to take action because it's hard. Okay? Tucker likes to complain. I said that already. And I think the reason this is coming up, and I'm using Tucker the fucker as an example because I like saying Tucker the fucker or fuck Tucker, quite frankly. But I think the last couple of days, there's been a recurring thread with some correspondence or conversations I've had, which is a lot of people wanting help, but not willing to, but they've reached out to me for help of one way or another, or they've reached out for help, but a lot of them haven't made the choice. The choice is to take action, either with potential opportunities or opportunities presented to them, and or they've let a lot of things just wither on the vine while they got preoccupied with other things, and they've called on me they've complained to me and in some cases. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but I do have notes here. The point I'm getting at is, if you're not willing to do the work, you're not allowed to complain. It's that simple. I'm going to say it again. If you're not willing to do the work, you're not allowed to complain. Okay? And let's reframe this another way. Everyone's got choices. You make choices every day. We all make choices every day. Okay? And you've got to remind yourself of that. So, you got to also know the world's not a fair place. I know now all of this, there's been a million megaphones out there talking about the unfairnesses and injustices of the world, but the world's never been a fair place, and it's never going to be a fair place, and you just got to get over it. So this is related more specifically to artists. What do you do if that's the case? You outwork everybody else, just like anything else. If you're a plumber or a dentist or a stripper or a drug dealer or a hooker or whatever, outwork everyone else, okay? And Tucker the fucker needs to hear this a little bit more often. People get comfortable and people get complacent, and they want to take the easy way and do the easiest thing or do the thing that they're used to doing or they're comfortable doing. And that's the bottom line. And you're not allowed to complain if you make the choice of comfort all the time. You should make the choice of discomfort. You should try hard to put yourself in a state of uncomfortable pressure. I hope you heard what I just said, because it's actually really important. That's the only way you're going to grow, or you're going to stay in the same place. Your work's going to look the same. Your bank account's going to look the same. Your wardrobe is going to look the same. Everything's just going to be more of the same. And if you're happy with that, that's great. But you're not allowed to, if you're not happy with that, you're not allowed to complain. So you got to do the work. Anyway, I know I'm sounding a little bit like I'm lecturing, and I want this to be a little bit more of a reminder. I may be venting a little. I'm maybe ranting or venting a little bit, but I mean this to be more of a reminder to everyone, including myself, as we move forward. It's one of those sort of days. Now, I'm going to get a little bit more specific now regarding creative people, regarding artists. And this is something that everyone should hear too. You know, you don't need, as far as being an artist goes, you don't need that many people to build an art career. You know, even if you think your work is really awful, okay, you're making crappy stuff or whatever, but really, you need a handful of people to buy your work, a handful of collectors, 5, 7, who believe in you, who believe in your work, who are willing to step up and buy things from time to time. If you can find a critic, that's even better. If you can find a curator, that's great too. And by simply getting that in motion and keeping that going, before you know it, you're going to come up for air if you're really hustling, and you're going to have a career going. Okay, something for you to think about. I want to make sure I don't lose. I want to make sure I don't lose my signal. That's the last part. I sort of paraphrased from the Salts book, which I've done in previous videos, but I kept it pretty broad and pretty open. But I really think that that's important. But the underlying current of all of this stuff is who's willing to work. You know, most people don't want to. They get comfortable, and Tucker the fucker, you know, can go through his day blindfolded, you know, with the utmost ease. But Tucker the fucker. And I need you to write in the comments, fuck Tucker, or Tucker the fucker. I haven't seen anyone write that. I need to check. Anyone write that yet? It's actually quite liberating to just write that. But back to the point is, the underlying narrative is who's willing to work? Who's willing to do and work is also homework, and work is also looking, and work is also getting together with like-minded artists or friends and having deep diving critical discussions about what you're looking at. It's all part of it. And the hungriest are going to survive, regardless of what you see out there. Another point I want to point out too, by the way, and this is just like a side note observation. There's a lot, there are a small number of artists. Some of them are really, really good. An even smaller number of them, I'd say 1 in a million, maybe 1 in 100,000, who come out of the womb fully evolved, who just sort of get it right away. And they generally get a lot of attention, and that attention seems to sort of be amplified. So you feel as though they're getting all the attention, and you and your peer group maybe aren't getting nearly enough attention. And that is sometimes the case, but you have to sort of remind yourself of how the real world actually works in that regard too, you know? So it turns into a very toxic, unrealistic comparison game if you play that game. Whereas you see this one artist getting a tremendous amount of attention and a whole ocean of people, some of them really good who are not. And that's kind of just the nature of things too, another reality check. But you know, the deal is to sort of just keep grinding, and your time will shine. Anyway, that's it. I hope that one was comprehensive. I kind of took a different turn this week, and someone did write Tucker per the fucker. Okay, well that's close enough. I will really quickly scroll through these and see if I got any interesting questions. I hope that y'all will email me your questions for next time, and I hope you'll email me your questions for next time, and that would be really great. Ricka Chinoart, can you look at and critique my work? I've been really busy lately, but I'll tell you what, if you want to email me, I do hourly critiques. And if you email me, I can probably make some time early in March to set up a critique with you. I will send you a rate sheet and we will go from there. I haven't done them in a while, but I've got a little time in early March to do those. So if you want to email me, I'll email you a rate sheet and we can get into more of those details. People actually did do it, Tuck. Bob Ack Ojai. If you are a genius artist, why do you need collectors or critics? I never said I was a genius artist. I think the word genius is way overused and abused. I think that no man is an island. Everyone needs support of one kind or another, regardless of whether they're selling, you know, microprocessors or making paintings. Everyone needs to support each other. It's all an ecosystem of transactions, both financial, emotional, and physical. I don't fucking know. You get the idea. Joe Angel. Okay, great. Thank you for the nice, thoughtful comments. Anyway, unless there are any other questions, man, I tell you, my friends fucking get on here, man, and they try and like throw me these curveballs just to sort of throw me off, just because they like to see me squirm and sweat on here. Motherfuckers. Anyway, I appreciate everyone who showed up. There's a lot of people who see these and then they get reposted and they get seen more and more. And next week we'll probably be back to something a little bit more specific. But I think the underlying current of today's conversation is, you know, no one's going to do it for you. You've got to get up off your ass and do it for yourself. No one's coming to save you. You've got to put in the work. Anyway, that's about it. And I will talk to y'all later. Okay. Bye-bye.